Welcome to the second episode of Ask Norby, and this time, ang pag-uusapan natin ay paano mo ba malalaman ang purpose mo sa buhay? Again, welcome to Ask Norby, and dito bibigyan natin linaw ang mga katanungan mo tungkol sa iyong buhay. Kung nakinig ka, tanood ka ng first episode which is about redirection, baka itong second episode ay importante rin na mapakinggan mo at marinig mo. Dahil ang pag-uusapan natin dito ay paano mo ba malalaman ang iyong purpose sa iyong buhay. Kung ikaw ay Gen Z, Millennial, OFW, or even an employee, maaaring ang tanong mo sa iyong sarili ay, ano nga ba yung purpose ko sa buhay? So this time, himay-himayin natin ang topic na ito para mas lalo mo maintindihan at mahanap kung ano nga ang purpose mo sa buhay. Well, alam ko, naririnig natin palagi na ano nga ba yung purpose natin sa buhay? And parang ang bigat nitong pakinggan, yung tipong dapat life-changing, grand, or sabi nila, no, earth-shaking. Pero sa totoo lang, maraming taong nalilito kung ano nga ba talaga ang gusto nila sa buhay. And I can tell you that it's normal kasi hindi naman talaga natin nakikita kaagad kung ano yung purpose natin. So, ang pinakamadalas na tanong na natatanggap ko, Sir Norby, may mga tao bang pinanganak with a calling habang yung iba naman wala? Well, gusto kong sabihin na lahat tayo merong tinatawag na calling. Pero minsan, clouded sila. Hindi sila basta-basta makita. Kaya kailangan nating magkaroon ng tinatawag na clarity para higit pa nating maintindihan at makita kung ano nga ba yung calling or yung purpose natin sa buhay. Well, just to share with you, natatandaan ko nung nag-shift ako ng career from being a school administrator to being a consultant. Ang tanong ko sa sarili ko noon, ayaw ko na ba ng teaching? Do I find teaching boring? Or kaya ayaw ko na siyang gawin? Or naabot ko na ba yung plateau stage ng career ko at a young age para iwanan ko yung teaching kasi hindi na siya exciting and motivating? Well, I think I remember at that time, mahirap talaga yung pinagdaanan ko ng career change. Mahirap lumabas sa comfort zone mo. Imagine, it took me 3 years to master my strength and courage to step out of my comfort zone and change my career. But looking back, wala akong pinagsisisihan. At doon ko na-realize na yung purpose pala natin is something that we have to find. Or in some cases, it is something that we have to build. Kasi natutunan ko at na-realize ko na, hinanap ko yung purpose ko. Pero apart from finding my purpose, I was actually pushing myself to create that opportunity, to build that opportunity, and to really build my purpose in life. Aminin natin lahat, gusto natin ng one big sign, gusto natin na instantly everything should fall into places according to our plan. Yung tipo bang walang challenges or setback yung journey natin. Para lang sumali ka sa Britain Got Talent tapos biglang pinindot ni Simon Cowell yung Golden Buzzer. But in truth, hindi nangyayari or dumarating yung ating purpose in a silver platter. Hindi siya yung tipong boom, agad ito na siya. It takes time kasi it's a process. It's a journey where you sometimes feel lost, nawawala yung fire and drive mo, and in some cases, napapagod ka. And sometimes, when you're tired and depleted, you find yourself in the midst of nowhere. Walang signs, walang directions, and then you feel helpless. Sabay-sabay, patong-patong, you eventually feel emotional fatigue. So ang tanong sa akin, paano ko ba malalaman kung ang ginagawa ko ngayon ay papunta doon sa purpose ko? Makikita ko ba yung mga signs o palatandaan? Well, ang sagot ko dyan ay oo. Kasi baka may mga bagay tayong ginagawa pero hindi lang natin alam na itong mga bagay na to ay nagli-lead towards our purpose. Kung ginagawa mo to kahit na pagod ka, kahit na mahirap, pinipilit mo siyang balikan, and then you tell yourself, hindi naman ako mamamatay pag ginawa ko to, baka ito ay mga signs na patungo doon sa hinahanap mong purpose. I remember, I was at 32 when I left the academe, not because I got tired of doing it, but because there was this small voice coming from within. It keeps on reverberating deep inside. And so sabi ko sa sarili ko, I need to step out of my comfort zone and chase the other half of my dream. to complete the puzzle of my life. And without any second thoughts, I heeded the call of leaving my comfort zone and I turned my back away from teaching, my passion. But between 2012 and 2025, fast forward to today, I think yung ginagawa ko pa rin dati, yung teaching, yung learning, sharing of knowledge in a different context, ayun pa rin yung ginagawa ko ngayon. And so I realized na yung teaching was actually my purpose in life. And that today, I'm still doing that, pero iba nga lang siya in terms of context. Hindi kasi siya inside the classroom. I do it in a form of consulting, training, learning and development. So I realized na yung mga bagay na ginawa ko nung bata ako, mahilig ako magbasa, and then yung tinapos kong kurso which is education, pinractice ko siya for 10 years full-time. So ayun din pala yung foundation ng bagay na ginagawa ko ngayon, which led me to discovering my purpose in life. So kung titignan natin yung tanong na ano nga ba yung purpose natin, yung hobby ba natin, your passion ba natin, lahat ba ng ito nagli-lead towards ikigai? Well, I'm sure narinig nyo na yung concept ng ikigai. It's a Japanese term na ang ibig sabihin, yung reason for being. Ano yung dahilan bakit ka nabubuhay? And makikita mo there are 4 circles. Pagka inaral mo yung ikigai, meron siyang 4 na circle na kung saan magtuturo sa'yo para makita mo kung ano yung purpose mo. Number 1, what do you love doing? Number 2, what are you good at? Number 3, ano ba yung kailangan ng mundo? What the world needs. And the last one, which is the 4th one, is what can you be paid for? So marami nagtatanong, Sir Norby, dun ba sa 4 na circles na to, paano kung dalawa lang muna yung alam kong gawin or yung ginagawa ko ngayon? Okay lang ba yun? Well, definitely that's okay. Kasi yung ikigai, hindi naman siya set of checklist na dapat mong makompleto agad. It's progress. It's a process. It's a step-by-step process. It's a sign of progress. Hindi yan something that would pressure you para sabihin mo na, nagawa ko tong 4 na to and therefore I found my ikigai. And sa experience ko, una, yung what you love doing, karamihan sa atin, and even ako, nag-struggle ako dito sa first one, yung what you love. Kasi minsan natatabunan ng practicality at ng expectations ng iba yung bagay na what you love doing the most. To be honest, it was my first struggle to find my ikigai, yung do what you truly love. Kasi nga, kailangan mo munang punan yung mga pangangailangan mo para mabuhay ka. Well, although I love teaching, pero hindi sapat yung kinikita ko. I have to provide for my family. Tapos, nag-aaral pa ako. I was taking my master's in Ateneo. That's when I asked myself, sapat bang dahilan na gusto mo lang yung ginagawa mo para mabuhay? And at that time, na-realize ko na hindi. So, kailangan kong iwanan at iset aside yung passion ko for teaching and for learning. Naganap ako ng mas maayos na kita, yung trabaho na mas maayos yung kita, at doon ko napagtanto na may kaya pa rin pala akong gawin outside of teaching and something that's financially rewarding. Although iniwanan ko for a while yung passion ko, which is teaching, dahil kailangan kong mas kumita, drive ko yung desire ko for learning. So habang nagtatrabaho ako, nag-aaral pa rin ako until matapos ko yung 2 master's degree ko and of course yung PhD ko. Then, nung nagsawa na ako sa ginagawa ko, dun ko naramdaman na yung love ko for teaching was the true source of motivation, inspiration, happiness, and excitement ko sa buhay. Without second thoughts, so nung na-realize ko na passion talaga yung gustong-gusto kong gawin, after that, without second thoughts, I put up my consulting firm. So in hindsight, on your way to finding your purpose, there are things that you would thought as opportunity, pero minsan pala, they are distractions. So, yung 6 years na yon, although alam ko na I had to do it kasi it was financially rewarding, pero after 6 years na yon, na-realize ko na baka yung gusto ko talaga teaching. Baka ayun talaga yung passion ko. baka yung bagay na ginagawa ko na to is nawala ako sa direction. And so after that, tinanong ko yung sarili ko and na-realize ko na yung 6 years na nawala ako dun sa career ko, sa direction ko ng teaching, siya naman pala yung isang bagay na nagturo sa akin na mas makita ko pa talaga kung ano yung gusto ko. And so using the 4 circles of Ikigai, what do I love? I love teaching and learning. What am I good at? Sharing knowledge, telling stories, inspiring and motivating people. So what the world needs? Support, motivation, inspiration, knowledge, and wisdom. And then what can I be paid for? That's through training, consulting, and teaching all together. And I think I can say that this is what I am going to do for the rest of my life. This is my passion. This is my purpose. And I just think that I have found my purpose, and it took me many years of self-doubt, combining it with grit, determination, resilience to finally discover myself and my purpose in life. So kung ang tanong ninyo, paano mo malalaman kung calling ba ito or isa lang siyang hobby? Simple lang para sa akin yung sagot. Kung ginagawa mo siya kahit walang audience, kahit walang bayad, hindi pong kahit walang like sa social media, para sa akin, baka ginagawa mo to dahil sa iyong purpose. Dahil ito yung purpose mo. And in most cases, makakarinig ka ng feedback while you do it, no? So, paano mo gagamitin yung feedback na natatanggap mo sa iba para hindi ka ma-pressure, pero yung feedback na to pwede mong maging guide para i-improve mo pa yung ginagawa mo. Kasi this is part of your reason for being na nag-lead towards your purpose. Importante na pakinggan mo yung feedback ng mga tao. Yung sinasabi nila na pwedeng ang galing mo o pwede mo pang i-improve tong bagay na to. And pagka may mga bagay na na-encounter ko tapos ikaw yung naiisip ko sa bagay na to, I think these are clues na what you're doing is leading you towards your purpose. I think kailangan mo lang tandaan no, na hindi ka dapat mapagod sa ginagawa mo. Ipagpatuloy mo lang yung mga bagay na gusto mong ginagawa. Kasi it's not just about your talent, it's also about your persistence. Dagdagan mo pa siya ng tinatawag nating consistency. So you have the talent, you have the persistence, you have the consistency to do it. I believe, no, you can hold your talent and at the same time, it enriches yourself, it allows you to grow, and it leads you towards your purpose. So I think kapag mahal mo ang ginagawa mo at hindi ka pinipilit ng iba para gawin yung bagay na yon, it's a sign na yung ginagawa mo ay calling mo that leads you to your purpose. But then, importante rin na maintindihan natin kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng purpose. So, pagka ba ginawa mo yung bagay na mahal mo, yung passion mo, meron bang pera kaagad doon? Kailangan ba kaagad na sikat ka? Merong validation from the people around you, and then makikita mo na you're already successful in doing it? Well, I think hindi, no? Para sa akin kasi, minsan yung purpose isn't always profitable. But remember this, it's not profitable, but it is always meaningful. At walang oras, walang deadline yung paghahanap natin ng purpose sa buhay. Whether you're 25 or 45, you would always feel that desire to really find your purpose. So, don't stop searching for your purpose until you find it. And what are the signs, no? I believe that those people who found their purpose are those people who are not insecure. They have peace of mind, they find quiet in the noisy world, and they are not forced to do something. Dahil alam nila na yung ginagawa nila ay makakatulong kahit sa isang tao lang. Tingnan nyo yung impact ng ginagawa nyo upang mapabuti ang isang tao or ang mundo. I believe these are signs that you have found your purpose. So there are a handful of practical starting points that you can try para makita mo kung ano yung purpose mo sa buhay. Ano kaya yung kaya mong gawin ngayon para makita mo yung tinatawag mong ikigai? I think para sa akin, these are some of the starting points of your journey para makita mo yung ikigai mo. Number 1, I always do this, isulat mo yung mga bagay na ginagawa mo na nagpapasaya at nagbibigay sa'yo ng inspiration. This is very important kasi to me, it gives me a sense of direction. Yung at the start of the year, isusulat ko yung lahat ng mga bagay na ginagawa ko, lahat ng bagay na nagbibigay ng saya sa akin at nagbibigay ng inspiration. I think that is a starting point of your ikigai. Number 2, tingnan mo yung output ng mga bagay na ginagawa mo sa sarili mo. Mas nag-improve ka ba when you do this every day? Mas naniniwala ka ba sa sarili mo? Mas nararamdaman mo na gumagaling ka sa ginagawa mo? That's also another sign. Number 3, importante rin na you also solicit the feedback of the people around you, yung mga mentors mo o yung mga taong pinagkakatiwalaan mo na alam mong naniniwala sila sa iyo at kaya nilang magbigay ng isang honest and objective feedback about what you do. I think importante rin na tingnan mo yung impact ng ginagawa mo sa mga tao sa paligid mo. May natututunan ba sila sa ginagawa mo? Nagbe-benefit ba sila sa ginagawa mo? Gusto ba nila yung ginagawa mo? These are the things na pwedeng impact ng ginagawa mo sa mga tao sa paligid mo. And lastly, it's very important that you have to celebrate the things that you do. Even you have yung mga small wins lang yan, kailangan mo silang i-celebrate because it allows you to really embrace yourself, to see yourself as growing and developing. Nakikita mo yung progress mo and nakikita mo rin yung impact ng ginagawa mo sa mga tao kasi natutulungan mo sila in whatever possible way you can because of that ikigai, because of that reason for being, because of that purpose. So one final advice, how would you know that this is your purpose? How would you know that this is your ikigai? So ito lang ang masasabi ko. Every day pagkagising mo, tanungin mo yung sarili mo, excited ba akong gawin yung bagay na gustong-gusto ko ngayon? At sa gabi bago ka matulog you have to measure. At pag nakita mo na may natulungan ka, may isa, dalawa, or tatlong tao na napasaya mo, natulungan mo, you can tell yourself na may nagawa kang mabuti sa mundo. And those are signs that what you're doing is your ikigai that leads you to finding your purpose. So kung feeling mo ngayon, nalilito ka at pakiramdam mo, hindi mo pa alam yung purpose mo, don't worry. Hindi pa huli ang lahat. Hindi ka kulang, you're just okay. Baka ang kailangan mo lang talaga is magkaroon ng clarity. Hanapin mo yung bagay na, bigyan mong linaw yung bagay na gusto mong gawin na magpapasaya sa'yo. At habang hinahanap mo yung bagay na magpapasaya sa'yo, habang hinahanap mo yung clarity dito sa puso mo, remember this. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. Again, thank you very much. At kung meron tayong tanong tungkol sa ating sarili, tungkol sa direksyon ng buhay natin, kung ano yung gusto nating puntahan, kung may mga tanong kayo sa inyong sarili tungkol sa direksyon ng inyong buhay or saan kayo patungo, huwag kayong matakot na mag-message. Just reach out to us, Ask Norby, and we will answer all your questions. Remember, ang bawat tanong nagtuturo ng panibagong kaalaman.